Hello class, the nature of my project was to create 3 new job descriptions for the Village of Buffalo Grove's street section, specifically for maintenance worker level 1, level 2, and the crew leader. Uh, what I found interesting was just the stark contrast and differences between maintenance worker 1 and 2, and then the blending of responsibilities and duties and job knowledge that really overlap between maintenance 2 and the crew leader. And you'll see that as you read my paper. But for the purpose of this video, the maintenance worker 1 position is a very unskilled and unexperienced position. You can come into this with no formal job training, and basically learn on the job to perform street repairs, concrete work, street sweeping, striping, plowing, and the like. And it takes roughly about 2 years to do that. The interesting thing about the maintenance worker 1 is a lot of their direct supervision and training comes from the maintenance 2, who is just another laborer with really no formal training in how to actually train people. So it's very interesting that that responsibility is put on the maintenance 2. Furthermore, the maintenance 2 comes with a lot more responsibility that goes beyond an education based off of a high school degree or a high school diploma. The maintenance worker 2 is not only expected to train the maintenance worker 1, but they're also expected to write safe performance guides and write standard operating procedures and edit these documents. This is very technical and important work, not only for reaccreditation for our department inside Public Works, but also to effectively and efficiently communicate what we do and how we do it. Furthermore, the maintenance 2 is expected to handle inventory control. So here you have a laborer working with the responsibility of not only doing inventory, but knowing what needs to be ordered and how much we have on hand. And that goes beyond, I think, their normal scope. I found that interesting. Furthermore, the maintenance 2 is expected to have a pretty in-depth knowledge of the MUTCD, which is the overarching guidance for regulatory sign creation and safe work zone setup. So it was my recommendation that this position, while having a high school degree, probably should have an associate's or some bachelor's work in terms of how to effectively communicate, train, and some of the advanced computer skills that they're required to have. What I found interesting about the crew leader was that this position really functions as a manager. This position is meant and functions as an oversight. This position doesn't really work in the traditional sense. While they do help out in the field, their main job is to assign tasks, to assign job details based off of what employees are there, what employees' strengths and weaknesses are, to have a knowledge of who's going to perform the job most effectively and efficiently, to keep not only costs down, but to get jobs done in the right way. Furthermore, the crew leader is expected to lead all training sessions. So while maintenance 2's lead on the street on the job training, formal training comes from the crew leader, not only on job procedures, which happens weekly, but also on the equipment itself. So a lot of requirements are put on the crew leader to function, not only really to function as a manager. And so they need to have the communication skills and the attention to detail that a manager would have in order to effectively run this position. And it was my recommendation that this position should have at least an undergraduate degree in public or business administration, or a business degree, or communication, something that would give them a leg up. At the end of my project, my basic overall summary was that 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 the maintenance worker 1 and the maintenance worker 2 levels should probably just be formed together and just have a general pool of maintenance workers. This would eliminate an unneeded hierarchy, an unneeded unofficial boss, if you were, because we have a lot of levels that a lot of people do, a lot of moving parts. So it was my estimation that at the end, it was not necessary to have a 1 and a 2 and a crew leader, where you could just function with a crew leader and then just a general pool of maintenance workers that could get jobs done, train one another on the job while receiving direct supervision from the crew leaders. So I hope that my paper and my job analysis and my job descriptions were insightful to you. I hope that this video isn't just brought a little bit of light to how we kind of do things. And I look forward to seeing all of yours in the future. So thank you very much, guys.